Welcome to my video on the new Judge program. I don't even know if I could call it that. Well, I've dug up one of the articles, one of the many articles, and it's kind of a Q&A that got asked after the fact on what's going on. The lights are off mainly because I'm recording this with my little one sleeping in the crib. I just don't want to wake him with the lights. He does sleep very well to noise, so it's not a big deal. I may do some videos like this in the future, so let me know what you think down below. I do got decent light coming off my monitors so you can see me, but you don't really see much of the background, and it's just a little bit more quiet and sincere. A lot of people will probably just sit there and listen to this one anyway, so I don't think having the lights on are going to make that much of a difference. Okay, wow, this is quite the article that was dropped today. This is, well, it's considered a new company under the name Judge Academy. Well, what is a Judge Academy? Well, apparently they are the new judge program for Wizards of the Coast Magic the Gathering tournaments. This is a for-profit organization that is now going to be overseeing how the judges interact with Wizards of the Coast and at Mythic Championships and so forth. And so going forward. So this is the first of, I'm going to assume, of many articles that are going to be covering this, along with many news stories that will be covering this, because this is completely insane. Wizards of the Coast allowing this to continue is going to go bankrupt. This will be the death of organized play as we see it. At one point I almost thought about trying to take up the mantle to be a judge and stuff like that, and I gotta say, this would probably turn me completely away from it. The only way I could see this happening is if it's a store that's got a vested interest into organized play, much like Star City Games or Channel Fireball. But running your basic qualifiers out of your stores, I don't see this going forward very easily. This is just going to create a more cost overrun, and once again probably get passed on to the stores to be able to continue these programs. So this person is Nicoletta Aparez. I don't know if I said that right. They are the Judge Program Manager at Judge Academy. For those who have not met them, they're a level 3 judge, currently the regional coordinator for the USA Southeast region. They've taken tons of roles as their time as a judge, including working from pre-releases to old PTQs and Mythic Championships, Magic Fest, and Star City Game Tour events, as well as serving various projects in the community. One of those constants, all of those roles, was my desire to make the judge program and events we run better for players, judges, and tournament organizers. I'm excited to start what will certainly be the most intensive and impactful role I've had to date. Well, it's because you're going to make a little bit of bulk off this. So there was another article which I can get into. Things are changing before we get into that. Thanking Wizards, yada yada yada, your usual stuff. So what's new with the Judge program? Well, for starters, our mission is to train and certify quality event staff for any company that utilizes organized play, in order to create an inclusive community of recognized tournament experts who lead welcoming, fun, and fair events. So can you explain why at the Star City Games tournament it's being swept under the rug? Someone that was caught cheating on camera and won the tournament. We want to continue to foster a community that lets you contribute to it in whichever way makes the most sense to you, including cheating. I'm sorry, I'm being a little facetious on this one. Whether that's building your local community, working events, working on projects, or any combination of the three. We also want to make sure that you get what you want out of the program. We see judge certifications as professional certifications, just like programming certifications, or the CPA Society does. What the hell is the CPA? Certified Public Accountant Society. So they're now saying judges are certified accountants? What? This isn't one and the same. This is judging a card game. It's not counting numbers. That means that if you want to be a judge as a hobby, we will provide online learning, access to event information, forums, and a community with which to connect. However, you want to make a career out of judging. I didn't know this was a career path for a volunteer program. We will also provide you with an avenue to do so. Starting with Magic and expanding outward, we will work to set up official certifications for multiple games, helping to create multiple revenue streams for those who want to judge Magic and or other games full-time, while bringing the professionalism, logistics skills, and customer service that Magic judges are known for the rest of the gaming industry. Considering this is an affiliation with Wizards of the Coast, I don't know how legality this would go, because then you're looking at Pokemon, which is already ran by Nintendo. You're looking at Keyforge, which is Fantasy Flight. You're looking at Final Fantasy. There's so many more games out there, so this is encompassing all of those, but under the guise that this is a Wizards of the Coast partner association, I guess. Oh, the website has specific information about the advisory board, the Judge Academy core team, and program level structure, membership dues and benefits. Dues and benefits for a unpaid internship, pretty much, is what this is going to be. For now, I'll give you the big picture of what's changing and what's not. Education conferences have always been amazing opportunities to build networks and friendships, pool knowledge, and facilitate in-person education, yada yada yada. Mini conferences, not changing. Modules testing, online. Regional leadership. The coordinator contacts are through Wizards of the Coast and end October 1st. However, there will be still someone overseeing each area. Those will be our community managers. They will not be directly dealing with stores or staffing events, which means they can focus on the community. They will be overseeing conferences and educational support efforts in the regions, and will be the eyes and ears of the program in the community, helping us make sure the Judge program grows and develops in a way that fits everyone involved. So this is looking like the first step in an LGS becoming a franchised business. Is this... I don't understand how this is going to do anything. They're abolishing the current Judge program for this. This is not going to end well. These 10 regions make up about 20 to yada yada. Starting a global company takes time. Oh god. Okay, projects. Project work is ongoing, period. Okay, so usually when you make a statement like that, it means it's done. If you want to start a project or a blog, there will be forums where you can request help, and you don't need anyone's permission to be awesome. Well, yeah, I'm not going to ask you guys. Jesus. Community, while the joke may be but in that everything is going to kill Magic, I've learned over the years that nothing can stop the Judge community. We are an organic and ever-changing community, and the fact that we change with the times, adapt to the future, and continue moving forward is what makes Magic Judges so amazing. We have been through program changes, new world orders, new world orders, and who knows what else. There will be a transition period, but I am so excited for what the future of judging will bring to the game and the community of judges I care so much about. Well, if you cared so much about it, maybe you would not be forcing this upon the players, the judges, and the LGSs. So what is Judge Academy? It's a new company which has formed to train and certify event staff for organized play. Who are the staff? The Judge Academy was founded by Tim Shields, so this is already founded. This is already a company with current staffing: Nicoletta, program manager of Magic, Megan Holden, yada yada yada, all these other people. When does it start? October 1st, 2019. What areas will Judge Academy serve? Ultimately, we will serve judges worldwide. At launch, we serve Japan, much of Europe, all of the United States, and Canada, and we'll add additional areas as quickly as we can, with legal changes as needed. We launch with 4 major regions, 2 of which are further subdivided. Canada and Japan will operate as single regions, while USA and Europe will be divided into 4 sub-regions to start. Why not start the world at launch? There are many complications with starting on an international business. Our order of rollout decisions needed to balance legal restrictions areas that can be reliably serviced by mail, the popularity of Magic in those regions, and the density of judges that currently exist in those areas. Well, those judges aren't going to exist anymore. So when will the other areas go live? Although we don't have dates set up, we are working hard to bring all regions within the fold as soon as possible. This is high priority for us as we're currently working on legal and logistical hurdles in order to ensure we continue to have a unified and global program. Who will be the leaders in the new program? Day-to-day operations will be run by Nicoletta Asperis, as long as there are 6 experienced judges that are serving as advisors and 10 community managers overseeing different regions throughout the world. Who are the advisors? People of Spain, Canada, Argentina, a couple in USA and Finland, all these people. What do they do? They're a group of experienced high-level Magic judges who provide Judge Academy with advice and guidance on complex issues we grapple as we roll out the program and the yada yada yada. We're the community managers in each region. Here's another list. What do? They help grow and support judges in their region. They act as the conduit of information in the community. Will there be levels? Well, there's now 4 levels, one being a rule advisor, which is the stepping stone to level 1, or to simply, as noted, as other players and TOs that someone has been tested on Magic on Magic rules. Level 1 judges can, of course, also answer the questions of the RA. Well, yeah. They also have the knowledge of how to run events. Yada yada yada. Level 2 builds on the skills and traits of the level 1 and expands their reach beyond the FLGS and to competitive RELs. Level 2s are expected to be the mentors and leaders in this area. Level 3 judges are the experts of premier organized play and judge communities in their regions. The general operative in large areas, provinces, and countries. They mentor judges by team leading at or head judging major events and provide feedback to help improve other judges and regardless of level. Do I get to keep my current level? Yes. Current judges in good standing in served regions will be transferred into Judge Academy with their level intact when they join. Remember, you're keeping your level, but you must join. Due to the increase in focus on customer service, Level 1 judges will be required to participate in some additional education modules to keep their level. Levels 2 and 3 will port straight over. So, yes, you're keeping your level, but if you're a level 1, you now have to complete these additional stuff to keep that level 1 after you join. We have spoken with current level sphere, and for ease of transition and scope, we have decided not to change any level 2 or 3 prerequisites at this time, although all levels need to take updated exams throughout the year starting in 2020. We are working to iron out pre-test requirements and continuing education for level 2 plus judges, but want to make sure that we have time to properly evaluate, incorporate changes that program coordinators and level sphere have been researching over the last year or so. Oh boy. A note for current and formal level 3s, we understand the immense amount of work that goes into the level 3 process. Level 3 judges in Judge Academy who step down voluntarily or due to inactivity will be granted Emeritus status. They can recertify for level 3 within 5 years of lapsing, yada yada yada. You mentioned membership fees. Judges will pay a yearly fee based on their level, all values in United States dollars. So a RA, the rules advisor, they're either free or $50. So if you're paying the $50 fee, you get some Judge Academy gaming accessories, possibly include sleeves, playmats, deck boxes, and more. Level 1 judges will receive judge foils and other considerations. Level 2 and 3 will also receive judge foils and other considerations, but they get more foils. So you get more cardboard rectangles. Judges are considered members in good standing when they complete their coursework and their membership fee. Judges are considered members in good standing. Oh my god. Ugh. Alright, so when do I pay membership fee? Judge registration begins on October 1st, 2019. Judges who complete their membership requirements between October 1st, 2019 and November 1st, 2019 will enjoy an extra mailing of judge foils on November 15th, 2019, in addition to foils they will receive in 2020. So pretty much if you sign up for this by October 1st or right away, you will get extra foils as a compensation or whatever. So you have to be in good standing to receive your foils. So your dues have to be paid up in full, and you will receive one card in each wave, 4 cards per wave. Oh, one of each card in each wave, 4 cards per wave, and they get a total of 8 if you're level 1, 16 if you're level 2, and 32 if you're level 3. And it just gives you more cards per wave. Judge memberships last 1 year, therefore each judge will receive 2 mailings during their first year membership. Can you give us any hints of the judge promos? Chalice of the Void, Monastery Mentor, Reflecting Pool, Yurko, the Tiger Shadow, and all will be receiving new artwork. Why are there membership dues? It allows us to set up Judge Academy for current and future success of the program and company. So you're crowdfunding, and instead of asking people to help, you're demanding people help. How is the learning structured? The concept of a checklist or set of requirements will be handled in a very visual sense in a skill tree system we are designing. So they're taking the skill tree right out of MTGA, and here you go. You're now a judge. What do I have to do to get access to the lessons? Nothing to start. Everyone will have access to the RA and level 1 lessons. And level 1s get access to bolster customer service skills. So this really reads like it's a university document, and they're sending you to school to turn you into a formal judge for a unpaid position coming out of school. How is this going to actually benefit the community? How is this sustainable? Why does everyone have access to the Rules Advisor Level 1? The material covered in these lessons will be sportsmanship, conflict resolution, and creating welcoming environments, and more. Wait, so to become a judge, all I need to do is watch some videos and take a few tests? Not so fast. There's a little more to that. The online lessons are important, but so is practical experience and community involvement. When possible, we will require prospective Level 1 to have spent time shadowing and running event with a Level 2 or higher. So now Level 2s must mentor. Wow. As a Level 1 kind of lessons to keep your level tested on rules, and the JAR hosting, demoing, conflict resolution, yada yada yada. This is all stuff that you should be learning at a store level, not necessarily from a secondary program. This is creating a third-party entity that's just going to funnel money to the top of it. Conferences are here to stay. We believe conferences are critical to judge communities. What will happen to out-of-service areas? Technology, since we have no ownership of judge apps, this isn't really our question to answer. Certifications. When Judge Academy launches, we will certify judges in the area where we do business. We are committed to respecting Magic Judges certifications that exist as we launch in each area. Conferences, we will be working with a separate nonprofit in order to ensure that educational conferences continue to out-of-service areas. What about Facebook? Find us Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Discord. What about reviewers? Our site will function where judges will be able to give private feedback on other judges. What's happening with Exemplar? That's a Wave 18 program. It's going on hiatus. Who will shape the future? Tournament policy, MTR, IPG. Tournament policy will continue to be created by Wizards of the Coast and their contractors. What about scorekeepers and other event staff? Will they be part of the new structure? Yes, we will develop training materials and tests for as many as are of the skills that are necessary for organized play as possible, including scorekeeping, streaming video, and more. What about projects? Most projects will continue to exist as they are now. If you want to start a project or blog, there will be forums where you can request help, but you don't need anyone's permission to be awesome. Go away. What will happen to the Grand Prix head judge certification? We are still working out the details, but we will have some form of certification for head judging large premier events. So this sounds like they're rolling everything out within a couple months, and if you don't do it, you're no longer part of the judge program, and you gotta pass. What kind of conduct oversight will there be? Will there be a judge conduct committee? There will be a process for reviewing reports and ensuring misconduct is dealt with. So here's an idea. I've taken courses in safety and all that stuff because I am a person that works in the trades. Why aren't you turning around where there's the cheating, the infractions? Why isn't there a monetary value at these bigger tournaments that are put upon that, and then that money get funneled to a program like this? Then rolling that forward, the people that did cheat, instead of them banning, now they pay a fine. That fine can be their prize pool, which go to this. And I can tell you right now, there are so many people cheating in the current organized play structure, you would have no problem actually funding this, and then the judges actually would look out for those things, because then that keeps this program going, keeps the judges up there, and keeps them looking out for stuff, because then they have something to work towards. The way this is set up right now, you're paying out of pocket as an individual for this company to be run, for them to tell you what to do when you're not getting paid. Why in the world would I pay? Why, as someone that would maybe want to become a judge, why in the world would I want to pay for something like this? I don't care about the cardboard. What makes it worthwhile for me as a consumer of this program to pay? Why are there other games? We know judges are highly skilled individuals with tons to offer other games. As we onboard new brands, the opportunity for judges will expand greatly by bringing together excellent judges with more games. New employment opportunities will open up to judges, and the standards for the experience for players of those games will be enhanced. So that statement there makes it really sound like judges will be no longer volunteer. But nowhere in here does it say that judges will actually be paid. This does not make any sense. I understand the future, but why the change? The members behind Judge Academy will be part of the Magic Judge community for years. We have watched the program grow and evolve through every iteration. We have watched this community grow bigger and greater than any of us could have imagined. While they had something to work towards, there was a game. They're volunteers. Do I have to do anything right now? Not really. You can sit back and sign up for the mailing list and follow us on social platforms. And going back up here, pay us money. Pay us money. This is a for-profit organization. I do have another listing here. What is it? The biggest thing I want to take out of here, there was a bunch of questions that were asked in a... I don't even know where this is from. Does this change come with guaranteed compensation about the events at any level? Compensation for hotels at events? No, the organizing is not a staffing organization. The judge, let's be real, contractor will be responsible for those things. So you're now contracting yourself out as a judge. Are the fees waivable based on financial situations? Currently, no. We could change. I can pass that along. Is there any sort of program planned or in place to get people into level 1 status who might be excluded based on the paywall? That would be through the rule advisor level, I believe, but I'm not sure about subsidizing payments or things like that. Is there an agreement in place between CFB, Channel Fireball, and this new company, or just with WotC? Channel Fireball is on board, but no official agreement per se. We have a statement touching on this. I will post once I find the damn link. Wow. Is there a breakdown of finances publicly available, or will there be who is responsible for funding direction? Dues will be the bulk of funding, and any support from PTO/publisher, a breakdown is not currently available, and I'm not sure if it will be. Is Judge Academy paying WotC for the promotional materials that will give to judges? As a limited company, WotC/Hasbro can do business with a legal entity, so things are being bought. Yes. So they are buying the promos. They are buying the cardboard from Hasbro. This is no longer something that they are just giving out. Is Judge Academy a for-profit entity or non-for-profit? If for-profit, what amount of feedback into the program? How much of the membership fees go towards operating expenses? It is a for-profit company because making it a 501c3, which is some technical term, was not feasible. Profits will be going back into operating expenses, aka salaries for the people running it. As Judge Academy is now a formal corporate entity, how is conflict resolution, discrimination, etc. going to be handled internally by the organization? So that was probably the biggest thing I got out of all these questions that were asked. I don't get there's a very bunch here. This is by far the most insane thing I have ever seen happen to the game to date. So final thoughts on this Judge Academy. I have never, I've seen stuff like this in the past. I don't want to speak too ill of it. I think it's a company that is set up to fail. I don't think the proper supports are going to be there. Forcing a crowdfunding campaign onto the current people that are helping the community grow and helping Magic grow, I believe is the wrong way to do things. Going out and asking people to help pay medical bills, that's one thing. Going out and telling current people that are helping run these tournaments that they now have to pay for something that they volunteer for, I believe is another. This is not... I've never seen a business run this way in the past, except for like a school. And you go to school to get an education for something that will go in the future and create a better well-being for yourself. For myself, if I was to pay and go to do their courses, schooling for this, what do I actually get out of it? I get something out of it that is a hobby, something I do in my spare time, something I like to do. That paywall out of this completely would negate any benefit / hobby I get out of it. Let me buy my packs. That $100 is a booster box when it does come down to it. Maybe you sell an old Judge foil to pay for that, but in all honesty, this screams of something that's going to fall flat on its face. There's certain other businesses that have been out there in the past, that have fallen flat on their face when they've demanded money like this from organizations. And I hate to say it, but the one that comes frequently to mind was Feminine Frequency with Anita Sarkeesian. She stepped into the places. She's still screaming for money, and they're flat broke now. They're not doing anything, and I don't see how this goes forward. It just does not seem... I don't see how this will succeed. I just see this falling flat on its face. I see the current judges walking away from everything. I'm not involved with any of the judges anymore. I used to speak to a few here and there, but that's beyond the things. It's not something that I see as a net positive for the community of Magic the Gathering. And honestly, organized play at this point might as well be dead. They made the joke that Magic is dying. It's always dying because everyone says it's dying. GPs and Magic Fest have seen a complete decline in organization and play and players, to the point where like Alpha Investments pulled out of Vegas. He said, I'm no longer going. There's no point in me going to these things because you guys have changed all the rules. You guys are making it too costly for me to even be there. These big events, now the vendors have to pay through the roof to rent any space at it. Artists have to bring their own table if they want some sort of benefit. You have to pay your own hotel. You have to pay your own way to be there. For what? Everything with Magic Fest, with the way these programs and these organizations have now come to the fold, this is not going to continue, and it's going to blow apart at the seams as it already is. People don't even know how the next qualifier is working because Channel Fireball hasn't had direction. And this is why there is no direction on how people are going to qualify for the next Mythic Championship, because no one knows anything. There are too many things, too many variables. Just at this point, if you're part of the MPL, congratulations, you got your money, walk away, be done with it.